Hello and welcome to my little Halloween obsessed corner of the internet. If you don't know me, my name is Lauren and today I wanted to haul all of the Halloween and horror items that I've been picking up in the spring months in anticipation for the summer. So this is really nice to have something relaxed and casual to share with you all because books, movies, jewelry, all of these are really fun ways for me that I get to engage with any kind of horror or Halloween fandom. And I know many of you do too, so let's get into the items. A few months ago, I stepped into Goodwill because you never really know what you're gonna get at a Goodwill. Like, typically my Goodwills have very little of anything good when it comes to like book or movie offerings. But when I did step in one day, casually, randomly, after going to the grocery store right before, I did find a used copy of The Exorcist. So this is really cool. It's like the one of the three Holy Trinity paperbacks from hell, according to Grady Hendrix. If you read that book, you know what I mean. And I have not read this book, which is obviously why I purchased it. I want to read it. I have a planned group read with some folks in anticipation for the sequel coming out later on this year, I believe in October. But I heard this is a little bit different than the film adaptation. I don't know for better or for worse, but I will definitely be finding out for myself. Also in that same Goodwill trip, I purchased a DVD, The Hills Have Eyes. This is the one that came out in 2006. I recently saw, I'm talking a few weeks ago, the original version that came out in the 70s. Not a favorite, but I've heard really great things about this remake, so I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna be watching it in a few weeks. It's the perfect summer movie, hence why I picked it up. Just a few weeks ago, I stepped into one of my favorite used bookstores in a few towns over, and I purchased two books that I had seen one, but the other one was very new to me. The first one I won't spend too much time talking about because it actually is featured heavily in one of my most recent vlogs where I go to see the Lost Boys at one of the filming locations, which is the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, so definitely check that out. I'll have that linked for you somewhere here. But the book is Vampires Never Get Old, Tales with Fresh Bite, and I highly recommend this if you are a vampire lover. For more information on this, definitely check out that video. I talk about what I like, what I didn't really care for when it comes to this YA short story collection. And the second book I picked up is going to be an indie horror novel. Again, it is a short story collection. I've been really into them. And this one has a fantastically disturbing cover. I love these colors, like purple, blues, in the darkness, beautiful, gorgeous. So this is called Bound in Flesh, an anthology of trans body horror. Very perfect, very summery because Pride is in June. It's edited by Laura Gilslawson and it is from Ghoulish Books. If you're not familiar with that publishing company, it's independent, it's horror-based books, and I really love their stuff. I've read a lot of their stuff. I purchased it online and it was just really convenient to have this book just in a used bookstore already for me to purchase without having to pay for shipping. This short story collection brings together 13 trans and non-binary writers using horror to both explore the darkest depths of the genre and the boundaries of flesh, a disgusting good time for all. So this sounds really fun. I don't recognize any of the authors except Haley Piper, who I haven't read any of their work, but I've heard a lot of great things about. So this one I'm super excited to check out. If not in June, any time in the year is a great time to read LGBTQ-centric horror stuff. And the last physical media that I wanted to haul for you all that is very Summerween is actually right behind me. I could not resist picking this up at the grocery store newsstands. It is $1,000. Yes, it says right there. Remember when magazines used to be $3, $5, $6? I think that was when I was in high school. I was buying my Teen Vogue, my 17 magazine. And now I purchased this for $14.99. In Canada, this is $17.99. But I love Jaws so much and I just couldn't help myself. And it just has a lot of sentimental value to me because last summer I did read Jaws and rewatch it for the first time in a long time. So it has a very special place in my heart. When I think of summer, I think of Jaws. It's one of the first horror movies I ever saw. And naturally it scarred me for life. So now I can't go into large bodies of water. I even for the longest time was afraid to go into the deep end of the pool. I haven't really read it. I just kind of skimmed through it. It's something I wanted to get to this summer. This magazine goes into a lot of things. It has character profiles. It has actor biographies and backstories. It has information on Peter Benchley, the author, and what inspired the novel. It also includes a lot of really interesting information behind the scenes when it comes to creating the movie itself, and also the movie's impacts on wildlife, and how you have sharks being seen as huge villains, having that at the forefront of our minds. Like the popularity of Jaws, the movie, led to a lot of really sad consequences for sharks themselves. So a great pool beachside read that I cannot wait to get into. The next set of summer Halloween-y things I wanted to share with you all is going to be all from a Temu order. Temu? So one thing I got here that I'm really excited to try because I'm really into mixology and I'm not like good at it, but it's really fun. I like making drinks, specifically cocktails. And one thing I picked up from Temu is going to be this shark fin shaped ice cube tray. It's like a plasticky silicone material. It's like really flexible. It is pointy and it seems like, you know, it's pretty good quality. I haven't given them a shot since I just got these in the mail a few days ago. And it has like little shark bites, which I think are so cute. I found a recipe online for a shark bite cocktail. It has like 2 different kinds of rums, blue curacao, and then you get like grenadine. You put it in little droppers and it's supposed to be like blood in the water for the drink. And then I was thinking of either getting like little shark gummies or placing these little ice cubes inside, and then you just kind of see like the little fin sticking out above the water. I die, so cute. If you know me, anything about me, you know I love a good theme, and this is perfect for summertime, Summerween cocktails. The next thing I got from my Temu order is actually gonna be 2 signs that when I think of these movies, I think immediately of the summertime. And you'll see what I mean. So the first one here is going to be Friday the 13th. It is Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake. This is a tin sign. It's like pretty good quality. It came a little dented, so it's not the end of the world. I mean, it was super cheap, so I wasn't expecting anything amazing. And the reviews I read on this actually mentioned it coming a little dented, but people really didn't seem to care. I think, you know, you get what you pay for. But this is lightweight, and it does come in the back with like some little holes where you could put in the little nails. And this is for the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's a movie with clowns, carnivals, and to me in my mind that is synonymous with summer, with the hot weather. And I just love this movie so much. If you haven't seen it, please do. I have a video I actually did last November where I give my like initial reactions to watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space for the very first time. I also read other like killer clown horror books too alongside it. But this is perfect. And what I really like about these signs is that yes, they're summery, but they also are perfect for when I decorate for Halloween. And I get a little crazy around my apartment. I'm kind of known in my friend group for being the person who hosts the Halloween party. So these are really cool because I think my best friend and I are gonna be dressing up as clowns this year. We're gonna be like creating our own like little backstories for our characters. And she's really good with makeup, so I think we'll have fun with that. And the last item I got through that Temu order is going to be a bag right here, which I did not have super high hopes for because, you know, again, you get what you pay for, and having like a really good quality Halloween-y spooky bag is something in the future I'm gonna work towards. But for now, I'm gonna be hanging out with this little guy. So this was really cheap. It's pretty decent for what you get. It still needs to be kind of manipulated a little bit because it was scrunched up in the bag. It has a chain here. It also came with a little keychain that is shaped as a little bat. It has decent amount of space inside of it, so it is pretty practical. I did also pick up some jewelry in anticipation for my Summerween. There is a movie that is coming out this July, I believe like July 28th, and that is The Haunted Mansion. I'm really excited. I know some people are very skeptical about what it's gonna do, how it's going to really change things up since we already did have a Haunted Mansion movie that came out in the early 2000s. This one seems a little bit more intense, a little bit more dramatic. Obviously, I'm gonna be going to the movies wearing all my Haunted Mansion swag. I was looking online and I swear these earrings found me. It's like that Instagram algorithm. It listens, it sees all the things, and then it gives you everything up and pushed out to you. Like, it's kind of freaky, but in many cases, it's stuff that you'd really want, like these earrings from Zombie Lounge. These are just so lightweight, so cute. I do have other Haunted Mansion earrings, and these ones are like really in your face. I have a lot of hair, if you haven't noticed, and it's pretty dark. And it is really nice when I have earrings that are like really in your face, especially for filming. And these look exactly like the sign that you see on that Disneyland dark ride building. And although they look really large, they're super lightweight. I've been wearing them all day and I really haven't felt any irritation or any annoyance from them. So in addition to commemorating the movie, which is going to be coming out in the summer, it also is like giving me a lot of like summertime Disneyland vibes as well. I don't know if you can see or tell, but I have a skeleton heart with candy corns everywhere and a jack-o'-lantern where my heart is because that's where Halloween resides. This is actually merch from Mandy Spook, so if you wanted your own adorable little shirt, she has like a few other selections and other stuff as well, like a little bucket hat. Definitely check out her. I'll leave her information down below in the description. Okay, I have saved my favorite item to the very end because it is something that makes my heart so happy. I purchased this item on Spirit Halloween's website. They just released them about a month or so ago, and I had to have one for myself because I'm a huge fan of this movie. Maybe you noticed it in my background. It is the Corpse Bride Funko Pop. Here they are. So you have the Corpse Bride and Victor here hanging out in the graveyard. They also have their little pup as well. I don't know if they're detachable. Maybe I just didn't want to mess with it. It was like 30, 40 bucks. It came as a pair. I've been placing them on my bookshelf. This is something that I'm slowly starting to curate over time. More Corpse Bride items between Corpse Bride, the Haunted Mansion. Those are like my two main fandoms. I've been trying to curate a few bits of like my favorite items, and they just make my black heart so happy. Alrighty, and those are all the items I have to haul for you today. Very soon, we're gonna be seeing a lot of Halloween stuff hit the shelves, but I think my Summerween items here will get me through these next few months. Thank you so much for being here, nerding out about all things horror and Halloween alongside me. If you made it through the whole video, definitely leave a shark emoji down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!